Hey guys, Dylan with the Random Automotive, and on this episode of Torino Time, I start tackling the rust on my 1971 Ford Torino 500. Alright guys, so I showed you in the intro video just how rusty this car can be. Now it is time for me to really start tackling this rust. Today I'm going to start with the trunk. Now the reason I'm starting with the trunk is I've never really tackled a project like this before. So why don't I start with the trunk where no one can really see, so that way if I mess up, it doesn't look that bad. Now I know the best thing to do would be to remove all the rusted metal, replace the rusted metal, including the gas tank that has 8 holes in it, and start pretty much from scratch. Now I'm gonna take the easier and cheaper way out because I am on a budget. Since not too much structural integrity is actually in the trunk, what I'm gonna do for this giant hole back here is a fiberglass patch. Today, all I'm gonna be doing is removing the rusted metal, treating it, and priming the area for the fiberglass patch. I'm not actually gonna get to that today. Right now it's just rust removal and rust treatment. And for the first time ever working on a vehicle, I bought myself some rubber gloves so that way I don't kill myself or something. Now, eye protection and a mask would probably be appropriate too, but one step at a time. All right guys, let me actually show you one of my main areas of concern, and it's actually not that giant gaping hole in the floor. So here's that giant gaping hole in the floor. Again, patch it up, whatever. But this is actually one of my main concerns. This whole area is bondoed. One, bondo is gonna crack like it already is. 2, no matter how well I fix this trunk, if I don't fix that, which somebody else already attempted, water is just gonna keep getting in here and destroying this trunk. Well guys, there's no sense beating around the bush any longer. Let's get to work and start removing some of this rust. I'm gonna take this stuff off my wrist, get all gloved up, and let's get to work. All right guys, so the sandpaper I'm using today is 100 grit and 220 grit sandpaper. I know I should be using something closer to 85, but this is what I got laying around. So in order to keep the cost low, I'm gonna use what I got, and a file. So let's get started. Gloves. Finally, my hands will not look like crap when I'm done, I hope. All right, so let's start. Probably should brought something to collect all this rust in. I don't even know what this is, but it's not doing its job anymore. So you might be wondering, why am I not using a grinder? Well, 1, I don't have one. 2, this gas tank has holes in it, so it should be obvious as to why I'm not using a grinder. Hey look, I can only see metal. All right guys, so I stopped recording for a little bit for obvious reasons. I didn't think you wanted to see me sanding for so long, but I have to stop because I realized I need some stuff. 1, here's the progress. I'm getting somewhere. It doesn't look like it, but I'm getting somewhere. I kind of stopped on that, and I'm going more for just the gas tank. Now, I was smelling gas, and I knew there was a little bit of a leak around here, and I found it. This is the 9th hole I'll have to patch. It's right next to one I patched before, so good thing I bought that stuff. I don't think I'm gonna need all of it, so it might be kind of a waste, but still. Anyway, I realized I have no way to get this rust dust out of here, so I'm gonna have to pick up some acetone and probably some shop rags to get all this dust out of here, and I'm gonna have to pick up a mask of some sort, maybe even some cheap ones or something, because I'm breathing in a lot of rust dust right now, and that is not good. So I'm gonna take a quick run to probably Home Depot, because that's the closest thing to me right here, and we will pick up when I get back with a mask, acetone, and shop rags. Why do I keep on saying shop racks? Anyway, making progress. But now I have to pack everything up and put it away so I can go to a store. Oh well. All right, hey guys, I'm back. I know you didn't notice I was missing. Anyway, it's an edited video. I got a mask, well I got a couple, which is awesome. I got my acetone, and I got my shop towels. Let's get back to work. All right, so one of the first things I actually want to do now that I'm back is plug this hole up with my sealant. That way I could keep sanding while that dries. While that cures, I could sand it back down. So bought this nifty little brush here. Just put my mask on, got to do that. Now I'm actually gonna clean the area first with the acetone. Never used acetone before, so this should be fun. Let's see how it goes. I'm smiling, but you can't tell. Can you tell? I just got that in my eye while prying that up, so if you excuse me, I'm gonna go rinse my eyes out. I love how my first experience with a chemical involves it getting in my eyes. Anyway, let's get back to work, shall we? Oh, okay, probably don't need that much. All right, so now I'm gonna take my fuel tank putty. I've used this stuff before, so I'm an expert at this. Putty rips a glove. Basically how this stuff works is it's specifically for fuel tanks, so it's ethanol resistant and stuff like that. There's two, well, this is paper that's caught on here. Two different chemicals. There's that white stuff and there's the brown. You knead it together and it forms a putty for your gas tank. It's $7 at AutoZone. I think it's overpriced, but hey, what are you gonna do? Okay, so now it's kind of that bronze color, which is what we're looking for. Onto the hole it goes. Let's do that, push it into the hole, get it flat. I probably used too much, so let me try to spread this out over this whole area. This is a lot better than when I did it last time. Last time when I did it, I was just putting it directly on the rusty metal and there was still fuel leaking out onto the tank. So doing it this way, it is just sticking perfectly to it, and it was sticking to my fingers because my fingers got covered in fuel. So that's nice. Now just wait for that to cure, which takes about an hour. While that's going on, I'm going to continue sanding the rest of the tank, and then I'm going to come back, clean it all up, and start treating it. Let's get going. All right, guys, so I pretty much, okay, I guess it did do its job. I've pretty much got the gas tank looking, I think, as good as it's gonna get. The area behind it is also pretty much, I think, as good as it's gonna get too. Again, without a grinder. I mean, this is just using sandpaper, and now it's all been wiped down with acetone. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna hit the area with some rust fix. This chemically turns rust into a black primer, but I have a gray primer, which I'm gonna go after afterwards, excuse me. That acetone, so I'm gonna hit it with this. I'm gonna hit the whole area. Like I said, I wiped it down with the acetone, I used a brush, so most of the contaminants are gone. And then after this dries, I might hit it with a primer, but I might come back and do it another day because really I'm starting to get a headache from that acetone. I mean, I'm in obviously a well-ventilated area, but whew, that still gets you. So let's hit it with this and let's see how it works. Now, I'm not gonna mask anything off because why? Oh, this stuff is strong too. Oh gosh. I can't hold on to it with the glove. I'm pushing down and slide out of my hand. So what it's supposed to do is turn rust black, and you can see it's doing that right here, right away. Not so much over here though, which is slightly concerning. I gotta take the glove off. It's not working for me. It's getting there, slowly. Well guys, there you have it. I didn't exactly finish, but I did make a lot of progress. I got most of the surface rust out. The rusty metal is still kind of in there. The rust fix is doing its job. It's drying now. A lot more has turned black than when I first started, but I have to stop. My head is just that acetone and then the rust fix on top of it. yeah, it's, whew. So there's definitely gonna be a part 2 to this video, maybe even a part 3. Is a lot more work than I thought. It's taking a lot more than I thought, and there's still a lot more to be done. Well, it's definitely gonna be a part 3 because part 2 is just gonna be continuing this. Part 3 is actually gonna be getting the fiberglass patches in and patching up the trunk and actually making it a trunk again, maybe even potentially a usable trunk, which would be awesome. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this episode of Torino Time. If you want to see more information about this car and more, I'm sorry guys, I'm so out of it. If you want to see more information and pictures about this car, head on over to the randomautomotive.com, link in the description and annotation right here. Also, don't forget to turn that ignition on the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the future upcoming videos of Torino Time or anything else that happens on this channel with the Random Firearm or the Random Automotive. Goodness gracious, guys. My head is, woo! This didn't do crap except keep some rust dust out of my lungs, which I guess is a good thing. But again, guys, if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, turn that ignition on the subscribe button. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for some exclusive content and updates about what's going to be happening next with this car on Torino Time, which I can guarantee is probably going to be part 2 of the trunk, unless I tackle the roof, which is going to be the next thing I'm going to do to remove that rust. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed just the progress on this car. It's slow, but there is progress. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.